Hey, what's going on, guys? Justin Williams back at you with another episode of Flint Knapping 101. This is going to be our final one, number 10. We're going to be talking about our abo type tools for flint knapping. This is more primitive style, so stick with me. All right, so our abo tools is very similar to what we're looking for. Is the same thing we're using in modern flint knapping. You want to make sure you have quality leather that you're protecting your legs, and then also can use smaller stuff for pressure flaking. The key aspect too is you want to make sure you have an abrasive stone so that you can use it for grinding and shaping out the edges of your stones. Then you also have where you can use rock on rock instead of completely not using any animal aspects. You could use stone tools as well against the different points. Pop, 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 pop. Using that as far as, and you can use the different sizes based off the different size of rock that you're working. Another aspect, that's when we start moving into actual antlers, and we got everything from moose antlers, this beautiful piece right here. You can go into moose, different aspects of moose there on both of those. And then you can get into deer antler as well for smaller techniques. We use those for our billets and our boppers. Then you also got pressure flaking, and that's where the antlers come off of the tips of your deer antlers. Notice how large these can be. You want various different sizes. Most of these are pretty small because I use them primarily for the notching and to get the pressure flaking going. And then you can also use different animal. This is like a leg here, a rib, that you can actually make a pressure flaker and notcher out of the rib of an animal. So quick recap, you got the horns that make up the billets, the boppers, and you can use the tips of the horns to make your pressure flakers, different ribs for notchers. You got your stones for traditional, old school. This is all, I believe, a lot of them originally used was rock. You use the stone once again for abrasive. Make sure you got some good leather to protect you and for pressure flaking. And this is the principles and aspects of abo tools to keep them as natural and primitive as possible. So let's go outside, and I want to make a basic hoko knife. All right, so we highlighted all the amazing aboriginal type strikers, everything for their once again, your billets, beautiful. Using moose billets and moose antlers, amazing. A lot of times though, the primitives, when it came to aboriginal practice, would just use a stone on stone. And so what we're going to do is make an aboriginal knife, and it just needs to be a flake. It doesn't need to be anything super fancy. So look for something that's got a nice ridge on it. Let's see what we can get. There's that piece there, but it's a little on the thick side. We want something a little bit thinner. There, came off another piece, and all he's got to do is have a sharp edge on it, and that is crucial. So we'll see if we can get a couple more and see which one is the nicest. And right there could be super sharp potential piece for making a hoko knife. And these are some hoko knives. All these are different shapes that could be used. All right, so we're looking at, these are hoko knives that I made in the past. Now I want to choose the nicest piece I had. And all you're going to do is get you some type of stick and slide it over. This stick is a little on the small size for this size rock and stone flake. So we're going to go with a little bit smaller one. A couple of these look really good and are super sharp. And just got to figure out which one works best. So probably definitely go with this one right here. Feels nice and smooth. And once again, you're looking for the sharp edge to begin to slide down, and I split this baton out. And a lot of times what I typically will do is use the bark of the wood off the stick, but in this case I don't have the quality bark, so we're going to use some of the sinew. So if you found some other animals, or in that case, you would use sinew to wrap it. As you finish wrapping it, just tie it off in any type of knot. So once again, wood on wood, you could use the wood and then actually use its bark to begin to coat it. In this case here, it's a little bit tighter, a little bit nicer, and then it just puts off a great aspect for making a Hoko knife. The biggest thing too now, making sure you have one side that's super sharp, and then the other side, I highly recommend you dull it out so that way you didn't cut yourself. Focus on one side at a time. So this is the Hoko knife, guys, Aboriginal flint knapping, and I really appreciate you guys checking out this YouTube channel. This is the last flint knapping 101. Can you believe that? 10 videos, a lot of stuff, a lot of content. Once again, I hope you understand that this whole series was about just pouring into people and encouraging them, teaching them some basics and giving them basic understanding of how to flint knap, how to even get started, how to get over the difficulties and challenges, uncertainty. And so it's important that you educate yourself and learn these skills. And once again, just tips and tricks. Hopefully you guys enjoyed and got some stuff out of it. Until next time, I don't know what all videos I'm going to be putting out. My life, you know, I was diagnosed with weeks left to live, and I'm just going to believe God for the impossible. I believe that in spite of anything, I'm going to take it each day. I'm going to continue to praise God and live each day like it's your last, guys. I love you. I'm so grateful for your prayers, your support. I just can't thank you enough. And I just want to, as I close off this video, I want to emphasize how much I love my wife and my kids. They are the world to me, and I want them to know that even after I'm gone, I live inside of them. And I love them, and I thrive through them, and I live in and through them. And that's what matters to me, is that they will always cherish and carry me inside of them, because I know that's where I'm going to continue to flourish in and through them as God continues to use me in a mighty way in heaven. So I thank you guys so much. Once again, I can't thank you. It's just so grateful. I love you, Katie. Love you, Caleb. Love you, Trinity. You guys continue to praise God and stay strong. And once again, be sure to share, subscribe, and stay tuned, guys.